Tonight, the battle for a white T-shirt continues
It was do or die from here to get myself a white T-shirt.
in a high-pressure race to the flag.
Game was on.
Plus,
Welcome to the wildcard weigh-in.
it's a super scale Sunday
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
as the contestants and wildcards weigh in
How am I ever supposed to compete with this?
before a sharp
The
twist
two people who finish below the yellow line will leave immediately.
brings two people's journey to an end.
Hello, eliminated contestants. Today is your final hope of winning a white T-shirt and appearing at the wildcard weigh-in. The first two contestants to make it to the Sol Cazador yacht will claim the last two white T-shirts.
We had to start off with a 10-kilo ball chained to our legs. We had to run 500 metres. We would get to a hill, and up on the hill there will be a question. If we get that wrong, you will have to go back down the hill, straight back to the finish line. If you get it right, you will head over and go through a ring of keys and try and unlock your padlock on your leg. Once you'd had the ball taken off your leg, you had to do another 2 laps. Each time you got back to the top of the hill, you had to answer another question. After completing the 3rd lap, we were faced with another challenge, and that was moving 7 bags of grain 70 metres up. And once you had done that, we were to open a box. We would have 3 mobile phone in a bottle, break up the bottle and read the message in the phone. Our last challenge would be rowing out to a beautiful big yacht, and hopefully you'll get a white shirt. As I was running my last grain bag down, I saw Teresa heading back for her message in a bottle. Oh, whoa. I knew I had to dig deep and run back and keep up with her. Otherwise, I knew there was no chance of me getting one of those white shirts.
So I get this phone, check it out, and hello, I've got an email telling me where I need to go next.
Knowing Teresa had left first for the boat, I knew I had to catch her.
Getting in the inflatable and pushing off, it felt great. I'm in first position. I'm paddling out in the river, but then also flashbacks of Fitzroy Island came to me, trying to row off the beach, and Ben and myself, we really struggled, so I wasn't sure how I was going to go. I was just concentrating on basically rowing in a straight line and getting to that yacht first.
When I got to the bags of grain, I thought to myself, I could do 2 laps, which would be quicker than doing 7. So I picked up 2 bags of grain in each hand and carried 40 kilos in each hand to the other end.
When I got to the bag challenge, I noticed that Jetta was halfway through it and Andrew had just started. All these thoughts were running through my head. I remembered what Tanya had told me, keep going, you know, and that's what I did. I just want to finish this off.
Whilst entering the boat, I just was looking just to make sure that Teresa or Megan wasn't coming. I couldn't see them. I just kept an eye over my shoulder as well as a careful eye on getting in that boat.
After I read the message, I took off. As I was running past Teresa, at least we've got Andrew, I noticed the water was down there and I saw the rubber duckies there. So I got there first and jumped in and I was out of there.
After carrying the sacks of grain, I'd made up another position. It was do or die from here. I got 3 positions to make up in a run and a row, so game was on.
When I read the word rowing, I was a bit scared. I've never done it before. I hate the ocean. I'm petrified of sharks. I don't like swimming in water where I can't see the bottom. But There's always a first for everything, and, you know, I was going to do it. Nothing was going to stop me.
I was out there rowing, and I'm just rowing along, and I kept looking over my shoulder, and I couldn't see the yacht. And I think it was about another 50 metres, and I looked over my shoulder, and there it was. I was so close to the yacht that I knew I had a T-shirt. The first thoughts that went to my head is, I'm now back in the chance to get back in the game, and a chance to go to the wildcard weigh-in. Yes! Is what I wanted, and I finally got it.
Teresa and I were pretty neck and neck. She was actually giving me a few pointers on how to row a bit better. Once I got the gist of it, I put it into full motion. I was out of there. I beat Teresa. I saw Andrew coming, so I knew I had to give it my all because I know that boy can row.
Teresa and Megan were already in the water, so I knew that I'd have to work extra hard to row to get to that boat before they would.
I sort of had a moment on my own. That's when I knew that the journey for me was completely over. At that moment, I felt like I'd sort of let Tanya down, but I still kept going. I said, no, I just want to finish this through right to the end, and that's what I did.
Rowing out to the yacht, it was pretty much neck and neck between Andrew and I. Teresa wasn't far behind, but I was not going to give up for anything. Just in case Sean or Stuart didn't actually make it to the boat, there could have been one spot left on that yacht.
Getting to the yacht felt absolutely fantastic. I was the wearer of a white T-shirt. You know, I'm still in purple. I love the colour purple, but let's get a white T-shirt on us as soon as possible. Stepped up on that boat, gave Sean the biggest high five and congratulations. I could, and said, mate, we made it.
Sorry guys, there's only room for 2.
Hearing that I'd got to the boat, but not in time, was devastating. I really wanted to do this for myself. I wanted to do it for Mum. I wanted to do it for my best friends back in the game. Just even if I could have been there just to save them, I wanted to do anything in my power to get there, but I missed out by one spot.
It is disappointing not to make it to the wildcard weigh-in. Unfortunately, I didn't have what it took today. At finale, you will see someone who's definitely taken care of themselves, and you will see a very different person than the one that sits here now.
Walking back into Camp Biggest Loser wearing a white T-shirt, felt awesome.
I think there are going to be some surprised people here to see us two back.
Oh, and disappointed too. Yeah.
I think the others would react quite kindly to seeing Sean. However, they think they would be a little bit surprised to see me. There's no secret, there's prize money at the end of the game. I'm here to win. Simple as that. And if I can take an advantage to get myself further, closer to that prize money, I'll look for that angle.
Well, who don't we want to see walk back through those doors?
I don't want to see Stuart come back. Everything that Stuart talks about is around money.
400,000's a lot of money. So I'm here to win.
So for me, he hasn't gotten it. He doesn't get it. This journey is not about the money. Money is the kicker at the end.
Let's give him a surprise.
Let's go.
Sean, Megan, Teresa, they'll be the most likely, but like Cam was saying, Stuart's a dark horse, Andrew's a dark horse. I was very nervous about who was going to knock on the door. I'm nervous because I'm hoping to see Sean, but I'm also nervous because I'm hoping not to see Stuart. Oh, see you time.
Yep.
Let's go.
Talking on the couch, we were all under the same opinion that we didn't want to see Stuart come back in.
I think the best scenario, it would have been fabulous if none of them walked back through that door.
When we opened the door, the first person I saw was Sean. Then I looked to Sean's right, and standing beside him was Stuart. And my heart sank, because it's the one person I didn't want to see here.
What a surprise. So the door opened and I got half my wish. There was Sean, and then there was Stuart. Probably the last person I wanted standing there. So it was very mixed feelings for me at that time.
Come on, let's get upstairs and see what happened today, eh?
Hear all about it.
Eh? Go on in.
I don't think the others really wanted me back in the house, so I felt a little bit like a fish out of water.
So Bob and I made our way back to the bungalow, and lo and behold, who's standing there? Commando. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all.
Boys, so far you've pushed yourself to the limits, but that's not good enough. When you get back to Camp Biggest Loser, you'll be competing against everyone and each other. It all starts now, man against man. You will start by each carrying 2 of these empty oil drums to the beach. I don't care how you do it, let's just get them there. What are you waiting for, an invitation? Let's go. Come on, grab these drums.
Picked her up, threw her on, off I went.
Come on, Bob, get it up there.
A few days ago, you know, my head was not here in the game. You know, I thought it was an unattainable goal of mine to beat Bob here. I had a head change. I started this journey, I'm gonna finish this journey. I'm gonna beat Bob. I'm gonna push to my physical limits. I ain't gonna give up until I beat him.
Turn him up.
I reached the point where I could just finally put that drum down and I thought, oh, thank goodness it's over. Finished, the job's done.
That was the easy part. Next, you got these jerrys. You gotta fill the drums with seawater. The first one to fill that drum is the winner. Check out the bottom of your jerry. It's got holes in it. So the quicker you move, filling that jerry, getting the water into your drum, the less water you'll lose.
This is unbelievable.
Go, let's go.
Bob's spent before we even have a crack at this. I'm firing up. All 6 cylinders are going.
Remember, there's punishment for the loser, so let's get a move along.
I knew it was going to be very difficult. You know, the beach is a slopey beach. It's made of loose coral.
Let's get them full.
And then having to fill the drums.
Come on, we don't have all day. Let's keep working hard.
You know, there's a level of frustration that does come into it, you know, because as you pick it up, you can hear the water hitting the coral that's falling out of the bottom, and it's just, you're cursing this commando, man.
The faster you move, the less water you'll lose out of that jerry.
You know, carrying full jerry cans is hard enough, but carrying one with holes in the bottom of it, this man's insane.
That's it, let's go. Jack! All right, that's full. All right, Bob, bring it in.
Congratulations, Bob. You've just been dominated.
All right, Bob, you got 50 push-ups. That's your punishment. Nathan, you and I, let's go. Over there on the sand, Bob. You're staying here until you get them out.
Bob, the sun's going down, old mate. 50 push-ups. You're gonna be here for a while. Might see you in the morning.
1, 2, 3.
I was wasted. Really, really wasted. And then, just as I was finishing, the commando came back.
Let's go, standing up.
And he told me that he admired the tenacity that I have, that I put in all the time, that Nathan is a fitter and a younger man than I am, but that I really always try my best. So he said that he had something for me that would encourage me.
Hopefully this will keep you motivated, keep your head in the right place over the next few days, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
no problem.
Thanks. Yeah. I walked along the beach, I found a log to sit on. I sat down there and began to open the parcel. Thought, you know, is this thing going to explode or something? You know, it's not like the commando to give us presents. So So I opened the box, and there inside was a picture of Tiffany.
Hi, Bob. I'm so proud of you. I've seen the hard work that you've done with the commando. Looks like he's working you really tough, but I know you can do it. And as for me, I've finally done it. My name's up there on the board with yours. Biggest loser, that's right. Doing fantastic. Everything you told me to do, I'm doing it. Everyone here misses you, and I miss you. Mwah.
My heart was swelling in my chest. I just felt how wonderful that was to hear Tiffany. I just looked out to sea and I thought about it, and I thought, you know, I just got to be so determined here. This is the time, you know. I can't let Tiffany down. I can't let myself down. I can't let our family down. I've got to give the end of this race 100%.
Next, the toughest weigh-in so far.
Cameron, Julie, Tiffany and Sammy, take a good look at your new threats.
The top 2 wildcards face off against the final 4.
The 2 people who finish below the yellow line will leave immediately.
2 will remain and 2 will go home.
Oh.
We've got the 4 eliminated contestants to contend with, and it's really getting down to the pointy end now. There's 4 of the alliance left, and we know that not all of us are going to get through, so it's really going to be crunch time for somebody.
Walking into the wildcard weigh-in, this weigh-in's a do-or-die weigh-in. The work that I've done this week has been towards winning a spot back in the game. It's the last opportunity to deal with any unfinished business that you have.
Stuart's a dark horse, and he was the one person that stood on those scales and said, I want to win $400,000. So you want my spot and you want my bracelet. So as close as he's going to try and get to me, I was not going to let it happen.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
And welcome to the wildcard weigh-in. Cameron, Julie, Tiffany and Sammy, take a good look at your new threats. While they fought to get back into the game, you had to focus on your weight loss. We are about to find out how difficult that task was for each of you as you partake in your toughest weigh-in yet. Jody, Sean, Stuart and Sharif. Today's wildcard weigh-in will ultimately see 2 of you get back into this competition. Jody, you risked everything when you gave in to temptation. But it proved a rewarding move because you won the first white t-shirt. Sharif, at the Stacks On Challenge, you shouldered an incredible 140 kilos. Sharif, you have secured yourself a white t-shirt. Sean and Stuart, at the Super Challenge, you both soared above your competition in an amazing display of athleticism. You all deserve this chance. As always, the 2 contestants who lose the lowest percentage of body weight this week will be caught below the yellow line. The 2 people who finish below the yellow line will leave immediately. However, for the 2 who finish above the yellow line, you will be back in the competition, going head-to-head with the final 4 in today's official weigh-in. It's now time for the wildcard weigh-in to begin. First to weigh in will be Jody.
Good luck, Jode.
Good luck, Jody.
Thank you. When it was my turn to weigh in, I was feeling pretty confident. I couldn't wait to see what I had lost this week. I was a little bit excited to see numbers come up on the screen, actually.
Jodie, last week you weighed 94.6 kilos. This week you weigh 90.5 kilos. That's a loss of 4.1 kilos. That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 4.33%.
To me, that's incredible. That's fantastic. I've done the best I can, and it shows.
You made a big sacrifice to return here for this second chance. Tell me about that.
Coming back here for the second chance. I missed my son's first birthday. It's something I can never go back and get. But I promise I will make it up to him.
Do you want to send him a message?
My beautiful baby boy, Brody. That 4.1 is for you, and I love you, and I promise I'll make your birthday up to you in more ways than one. I love you. Having missed my son Brody's first birthday, I really hope that the sacrifice does pay off and it makes it worth it.
The next person to step up onto the scales will be Stuart.
Thanks, Jude.
Thanks, guys. To get back in the competition at this stage is important for a couple of reasons. It gives me the opportunity to experience some more training sessions and the Biggest Loser experience. The other reason is a chance to gain financial wealth. I'm here to win, simple as that.
Stuart, last week you weighed 100.1 kilos. This week you weigh...
I was thinking 5.2. That was my estimate.
91.6 kilos. That's a loss of 8.5 kilos.
That's massive. It's even surprised me.
Yeah, a couple of interesting things happened. I didn't hear any applause from anybody in the room. Bad sportsmanship on their part of 8.5. You know, wow, blow me away.
That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 8.49%. That now moves you into first place.
When I saw Stuart's figures, it was incredulous. I became just that little bit more nervous because I knew that for me to win the weigh-in, I had to pull some big numbers.
Stuart, how do you think the final four feel about the possibility of you returning to the game?
My days are numbered if I fall below the yellow line once in the final four. It's any of us over on the white team. That's part and parcel of the chance that one takes. That's if I get below the yellow line again.
See Stuart's weight loss of 8.5 kilograms. I mean, I was just standing there thinking, how am I ever supposed to compete with this?
After Stuart had weighed in and I was sitting just above the yellow line, there were still two more people to weigh in, so odds are that it's 50-50 right now.
The next person to weigh in will be Sean.
Good luck, Sean. I knew it was going to be pretty tough for myself. I'd have to lose about 3.9 or even possibly 4 kilos to get above Jodie, so I'm a little bit worried at this point.
Sean, last week you weighed 89.6 kilos. This week you weigh... Sean, last week you weighed 89.6 kilos. This week you weigh... ...89 kilos. That's a loss of 0.6 of a kilo. That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 0.67%. And it has you sitting in third place, below the yellow line. What's going through your head?
I've let some people down.
You haven't let anybody down, Sean.
Who do you think you've let down?
Myself. I've trained really hard this week, and to see 600 grams, it's a bit hard to take, but it's a loss. It's not a gain, so that's the only positive I can take from it.
Sean, I want you to focus on a different number. 43.5 kilos. And that's how much you've lost. You have not let yourself down.
No, it's just this week I've let myself down, this 1 week.
Sean, you have to be one of the fittest competitors that we've ever seen in this competition. How does that make you feel?
It's an honour to be regarded as one or the fittest contestant of the 4 series. Yeah, it's an absolute honour.
Well, Sean, your Biggest Loser journey might have come to an end today, but you are truly a champion of this game. You can now step down.
From day one and till today, Sean has always been the alpha male. He's been the one guy that's the athlete, he's been the one guy that's been the strongest, he's been the one guy that's held his head high, and he's got along with everyone. And he's not cocky. As much as he's proud of himself and he knows he looks good, he's not a cocky boy at all.
Sharif, the time has come for you to now weigh in. To beat Jodie and to stay above the yellow line, you need to lose at least 5.6 kilos. Come on up.
Good luck, Ruth.
Thanks, Ruth. When it was my turn to go up on the scales, I knew what Stuart had weighed in at, and I knew what Jodie had weighed in at. And I knew that I had to beat Jodie to get my spot in the game.
Sharif, last week you weighed 129.1 kilos. This week you weigh...
As the numbers ticked over on the scales, the main thing that was going through my mind was, I hope I've lost at least 5.6 kilos. So I just stood there just waiting to see what the numbers would be. Bullshit.
117.7 kilos. That is a loss of 11.4 kilos. And that gives you a total weight loss percentage of 8.83%. That moves you to first place. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Don't tell me you're speechless for the first time ever.
As amazing as it seems, yes.
To look down and see that I'd lost 11.4 kilos, I didn't just lose the 5.6 that I needed to stay in the game, I lost more than double that.
So far, you have lost a total of 60.6 kilos. You can now join the others.
Thanks. It's hard to fathom. I've lost how much my wife Fleur weighs, plus a 5 kilo bag of potatoes. I've lost an entire adult in weight.
Jodie and Sean, you've lost the least amount of weight this week. and you finished below the yellow line. For both of you, this means that your Biggest Loser journey has come to an end. Jodie and Sean, it's now time to say your goodbyes and leave Camp Biggest Loser one last time.
I'm definitely glad that I did come back for this chance. I showed everybody that I mean business. At finale, you're going to see an even more beautiful woman. I'm over the moon about this whole experience.
I never thought I'd get to this close to being to 85 kilos in this whole game. I thought I'd maybe 10, 15 kilos away getting near finale.
See you guys.
See ya.
Bye.
But when it comes to finale, I'll be hopefully in the 70 kilo range.
Sharif and Stuart, congratulations. You've resurrected your dreams and you are now both back in the competition. You are now both officially a major threat to the title and the potential $400,000 in prize money. It's time to collect your black T-shirts.
The moment I walked back through the gate at Camp Biggest Loser, I had in my mind that I was here to win. I've won a white shirt. I'm now in a black shirt. Yeah, it's well and truly game on.
To be given a black T-shirt, it's an honour. So when AJ gave me my black T-shirt, I was filled with a sense of pride and achievement.
Coming up, can the original four beat the wildcards and lose the big numbers?
Contestants, it's time for the official weigh-in to begin. Sharif and Stuart, your weight loss results this week have already been recorded and they will now go up on the new leaderboard. Cameron, Julie, Tiffany and Sammy, you make up the final 6, but soon your number will be reduced to just 5. The 2 who slip below the yellow line will face me at elimination.
Going into this official weigh-in and knowing that both Stuart and Sharif's numbers carry over, I know that the 4 of us have not a chance of ever pushing them below that yellow line. It's just impossible.
First to step up onto the scales will be Julie.
Julie. Thanks, guys.
When it came to my turn to weigh in, I felt good. I felt as if I had lost good numbers this week, but nowhere near good enough to match the eliminated contestants coming back in.
Julie, last week you weighed 89.9 kilos. This week you weigh 87 kilos. That's a loss of 2.9 kilos. That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 3.23%. You are now sitting in 3rd place.
Seeing 2.9 come up, I was hoping for at least 1.5. That would have put me over 35 kilos lost, and I almost doubled that figure, so I was thrilled with the results.
How do you feel about Stuart and Sharif being back in the competition?
Now, there's a big hurdle in our way. They're both very determined. Having said that, big numbers this week may not prove to be the same next week. At that stage, I still thought I was in with a fighting chance. I'm now here for myself, and we're that close to the end that I want to stay fighting until I can get to that end.
Next to weigh in, will be Sammy. Okay, Sammy, come on up.
Good luck, girl.
Good luck, Sammy.
Go, girl.
Going up to weigh, I was so nervous, especially after seeing the boys, Stuart and Sharif, then seeing Julie 2.9. She did so well, and I'm sitting here completely freaking myself out.
Sammy, last week you weighed 83.8 kilos. This week you weigh 80.4 kilos.
Oh.
That's a loss of 3.4 kilos.
Next week, 70s.
That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 4.06%. And Sammy, that puts you in third place. Well done.
3.4, very happy. 80.4 kilos. I'm 500 grams, half a kilo away from being in the 70s. Cannot wait to get there. I was absolutely stoked with 3.4.
The next person to weigh in is Tiffany. Tiffany, you need to lose at least 3.2 kilos to beat both Sammy and Julie and stay above the yellow line. Please step up onto the scales.
Good luck, Walking up to the scales, I knew that I had to lose at least 3.2 kilograms. You know, I was just feeling really resolved that this is going to be my final weigh-in.
Tiffany, last week you weighed 76.5 kilos. This week you weigh...
I saw the numbers ticking and I was totally dumbfounded by what I saw.
Oh! 71.3 kilos. That's a loss of 5.2 kilos.
Good.
Yeah.
Zipping through the 70s, that's awesome.
Holy hell, does she ever stop? Out of control. I was like, how the hell did you pull that? But she works so hard for that.
So far, Tiffany, you have lost an incredible 42.3 kilos. How does it make you feel when you hear that?
It's disgusting that I've had so much weight that I had to lose off my body. But it's a fantastic feeling now that I have.
That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 6.80%. And it moves you into third place. Julie, that means that you now move into fifth place below the yellow line. You will be facing elimination.
I feel sad that my results are what is pushing Julie down below that yellow line. But you have to play this game out, and unfortunately, that's just what's happening. Good girl. Oh, I'm sorry, Julie. You're down there.
Cameron, you're the last person to weigh in. You need to lose at least 5 kilos to stay above the yellow line and to avoid elimination. However, if you do lose more than 5 kilos, you will push your daughter Sammy below the yellow line and she will be facing elimination. Cameron, the time has come to weigh in. Please step up onto the scales.
Good luck, Cameron.
As I walked up, it was like a sweet and sour. I'd love to lose plenty of weight to get my goals so much closer to me. But then again, I don't really want my daughter to be below the yellow lines.
Cameron, last week you weighed 121.9 kilos. This week you weigh... Cameron, you need to lose at least 5 kilos to stay above the yellow line and to avoid elimination. Cameron, last week you weighed 121.9 kilos. This week you weigh 115.5 kilos. That's a loss of 6.4 kilos.
Excellent.
That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 5.25%. And it moves you into 4th place, safe, above the yellow line. Cameron, this must be a bittersweet moment for you. You've managed to stay above the yellow line, but in doing so, you've pushed your daughter Sammy below it. How's that make you feel?
We've been here for nearly 3 months, AJ, and we knew something would happen one day, and yeah, it's the first time she's been under the yellow line, and usually it's me that would drag her down to it, so. But she's not out the game yet, and with Samantha and Julie under that line, and no matter what plans you have in place, it does concern me that she could be going home, but I know that she can continue the journey at home. She looks great. She's got the biggest smile on her face, and she'll be right now.
Sammy, you've now been pushed below the yellow line, and both you and Julie will be facing elimination.
I have been so proud of myself for never going under that yellow line, but I'm under that yellow line now. 1, it's not a nice feeling. 2, with 1 week shy of the end of the competition, I'm under that yellow line, absolutely killing me.
Sharif, you are this week's biggest loser.
Thank you, AJ.
Not only that, but your weight loss percentage of 8.83% is the highest recorded so far this year.
It's totally unbelievable that here we are in week 11 and Sharif's got the record for the highest percentage weight loss through this whole series. It's just incredible. Well done.
Sharif, Stuart, Cameron and Tiffany, this is the pointy end of the competition. From now on, every decision you make is crucial. Either Sammy or Julie is about to have their biggest loser journey cut short. Good luck to all of you, and I'll see you at elimination.
After this elimination, I know there's only 2 girls left to fight for that biggest loser crown. I think a girl can pull through and show Australia girls have got just as much chance of doing well.